All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Talking Tridents, a Mariners podcast. We are back another week. Mariners now 8 straight series wins. The wins just keep on coming. What are your thoughts on this current streak the Mariners have going on right now?
I mean, 8 series in a row is it's insane. It's kind of so hard to believe, but keeping good pace right now on the top of the AL West. We're 2 games ahead of the Athletics, who we have games up against with next. So hopefully we can get it rolling, get to
Yep.
9 series wins. That'd be amazing to gain another game on them. But the offense is just still producing. It's really good to seeing that 14 spot on Friday night. So
Yeah. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, after another series win against Texas, I know that I don't see any reason why we can't at minimum win the series against Athletics.
yeah.
I mean, the way we're playing, we got to win that series.
This upcoming series against the Athletics, it's going to be interesting. It's our first time seeing the M's play at a minor league baseball stadium, so that'll be kind of fun to see. Different outfield, different
Yeah,
atmosphere for sure. So
yeah. That's our first trip there, so I'm extra excited to see how that's gonna look. So yeah, that'll be cool.
yeah, I think I saw the pitching. It looks like it'll be Bryce Miller tomorrow, Brian Wu, and then Emerson Hancock. So got some good pitching matchups. Hopefully, the Athletics have been
Yep.
pesky this year. They're 19 and 16, which I didn't think they were that
They have a
well right now. But
I think the Athletics are one of the sneakiest
yeah,
good teams in the league, especially this year. I mean, they don't have a lot of like huge name guys, but they have guys that are actually really good that no one really talks about. Like,
well,
so
there's a bunch of young players on that team that they're just playing their
yeah,
butts off. I mean, they're going out there, they're having a fun time, they're fast, they're athletic. I mean, I don't think a single person on their, at least out of their batters, is older than Brett Rooker, and Brett Rooker's still in the prime of his career. So, they just have a
right,
very fun team going there. And when you have a lot of young, fun, athletic players, it really is interesting to see what can happen.
yeah, especially their offense for sure.
Kind of
Their
remind me
pitching
of
is.
the. Sorry, go ahead.
I'd say their pitching is a little more sus, but their offense
Yeah.
is good.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Lawrence Butler at the top of that, and then obviously,
yeah.
what's that guy's name?
Jacob
That
Wilson,
was no him and there
Jacob
was another
Wilson.
guy. No, the second baseman that was leading the league in home runs for a minute. Uh, I can't
Oh
remember his name.
yeah,
He had like
uh,
3 home runs against us the first series, but anyway, uh, it's
yeah.
interesting to see. I mean, it's almost like the Mariners should follow suit and maybe get a more athletic lineup. But we're doing good right now, and the team reminds me
Yeah,
the
right.
Athletics currently reminds me of the Nationals when they won the World Series
Yeah,
almost
right.
almost a decade ago. That's kind of the team's mentality is,
Yeah,
hey, just go out there and have fun, see what we can do,
yeah,
because this is a season with no expectations for them, leaving Oakland. So yeah,
right.
so
Yeah.
what
I think
looking
Tyler
back at
Soderstrom is who you're talking about, right?
that's who it was. Yeah, Soderstrom. He was ripping the cover off the ball for a minute there.
Yeah, he
Um,
was.
so speaking of the next series and hopefully getting this this winning streak going forward, um, it's the team's running thin. I mean, I know we've been talking about the next man up mentality, and we have Thomas come up. We have a bunch of these AAA guys on our major league roster right now due to injuries of Robles and Bliss and on. Today, Rosarena was pulled out as well. I mean, what is the next step? Let's say a Rosarena gets out, or we lose JP, or we lose Julio. I mean, what? We don't have anybody else in the minors that can continue to help this team compete at a high level. At what point do you think the M's start looking outside the organization to fix some of these lingering holes in the lineup through injury?
Well, yeah, seeing a Rosarena come out is very concerning. I hope that's nothing, but I
Hmm.
mean, at this point, so like we talked about earlier in the year, we were saying, oh, why don't we trade like a Hancock type guy, or we didn't use his name specifically, but even like a Logan Evans or something like that. But now those guys we need because Gilbert and Kirby are injured. So it's like we now for even uh, trade, like trading outside of the organization is now even harder because what
Hmm.
if we were to trade? We can't trade Hancock or Evans at this point because
No.
who's going to fill their spot? We can't trade them for offense, and same goes for, I guess, offensively. Like if you were to trade, say, well, Ryan Bliss is injured, so
Mm-hmm. He has
I
no
mean
value there. Yeah.
yeah, he doesn't have any value. And if you wanted to trade even like a Leo Rivas type, yeah, I mean, we can't. So
Well, and those are also guys that are helping on the major league offense. I mean, we're looking at
right.
either getting
So
getting rid of some bullpen arms, some of our pitching, and hopefully not the pitching death, or we're looking at our top level prospects.
yeah, what I was gonna say is we're gonna have to go even younger. Then we're gonna have to
Yeah.
go down the farm system and trade guys who are not major league ready, but who are top prospects who are a lot younger. So, which is a tough thing to do if you're the Mariners because we have so many exciting prospects. But right now, the way the team has been playing, we have to, this is our time to win. So,
And
what do you sacrifice to win now versus winning later? I think if we were in a spot like where we saw at the very beginning of this season where we were struggling, if our if we didn't have a winning record right now, I think then maybe you're like, well, saving for the future, it might be a better option. But right now, with how well we're doing,
mhm.
I think things are different. I think now is the time that we have to keep winning games and do whatever we can to win games, right?
No, I completely agree. I mean, we have a plus 29 run differential right now. We have almost 170 runs scored so far, which is way earlier in the season than we did last year to see that type of run production. Um,
Right.
so, I mean, I see what you mean because the thing is, I am excited about these prospects. We could have a lineup that is just full of new faces in the next 4 or 5 years. I mean, Cal Raleigh and Julio are probably the only two guys in this current lineup that make it past 2028. Um,
Right.
and all the rest are going to come from our young guys, but they're just not ready right now. I mean, yeah, you could bring up Cole Young. You might be rushing him a little bit. It's worked out for Ben Williamson, but who knows? You could even go down and bring up like a Colt Emerson, or you could bring in a Montez. But why would you risk that development time? So for me, I think the answer, if injuries keep happening, we need some offensive help. You gotta trade for somebody who's like has a year and a half left on their contract. Someone like a Brandon
Yeah.
Lau, who can help you this year and next year. I don't think he's in. I think he's a free agent after that. Or someone like even Brandon Donovan on the Cardinals. He's a second baseman. You get him for 2.5 years, and who knows? Maybe then give Cole Young a little bit more time just to develop. He's still really young, so it's going to be interesting
Yeah.
moving forward if these injuries keep presenting themselves. Because I mean, we're just running out of guys, and that's just it. I mean, Leo Rivas and Mastroboni are starting 4 out of 5 games right now. And
Yeah.
if you would have told me that that was what we were going to be looking at a month into the season, at the beginning of the season, I would have been pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even
I would have
even though
been
they're
pissed
playing
too.
objectively fine, I mean, just still they shouldn't be getting that many
That
at bats.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I would have never guessed that those
Yeah,
two would be playing even at the level that they're playing right now. So right now, yeah, we've still been winning games. So I'm like, okay,
sure, yeah.
that's fine. But yeah, if you would have told me that was our two guys going into the season before our first game, oh yeah, I would have been pissed. I
Well,
would have
because
been no
even right
way.
now, I mean, second base, DH, first base, and right field are all really just kind of you plug and play. I mean, there's no one that has any of those positions set in stone. Solano's coming
Right.
around a little bit. He's batting around 150 now. Telez, I think, got over 200 this series as well. But Leo Rivas, I mean, he has been just insanely good getting on base. But again, he can't give you 20 home runs in a year. He can't give you 50 plus RBIs. He's one of those guys that gets around the bases by stealing and kind of some small ball, but you can only do so much when your bottom fourth or the four bottom guys in your lineup all do the same thing. So
Yeah, but I mean, if they're all getting on base, that's fine with me. But I don't know. I think what we'd have to do is kind of like what you said. We'd have to make a trade for someone, and I think we'd have to
mhm.
trade some lower, younger prospects to
Yeah,
do that. But also, I think Telez is your everyday first baseman for the most
mhm.
part, or even call up a guy like Tyler Locklear, and then Solano's gonna have to play like infield. I mean, he's gonna
Or
have like
DH. Yeah,
or D. Well, but Polo. I mean, if one of those two can get in the field at second base,
yeah.
then maybe we're gonna have to have like as sad as it is to say, like
Or
Lamont
like we talked
Taylor or
about,
Ryland Thomas in the outfield if, say, like Rosarena goes down or something. But
or maybe
I
we
mean,
just think
hopefully.
about what we talked about last week is just get Solano off the team. But
Well, yes, I agree. But at this point, if let's just say we have another injury before anyone else comes back, I don't think we really have a choice. You know. So
Another interesting name. We've talked about a few trading options, and we're going to get to a point where we're gonna have to go out and get some guys who have some major league experience. We can't keep bringing up guys who have less than 100 at bats in the major leagues. Dominic
yeah,
Canzone's obviously an option if we need something, which is fine.
yeah.
But there was an interesting name that was just DFA'd by the Texas Rangers that we just played. Have you seen that name yet?
Who is
No.
it?
I'm trying to find it. My computer's being so slow. Give me a second.
Oh, I don't think I
We'll get
did.
this out. This is my computer is yet to
Dude,
load.
your phone?
I'm about to get on the phone. What is his name? All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the Rangers just DFA'd a guy I think that we need to watch. He's currently on the waivers, but Leody Taveras, former top prospect for the
Oh,
Rangers. He's 26 years old.
yeah,
But he was just waived, and I mean, if the Mariners have any chance of grabbing him, I say you do it. Um,
yeah,
he is owed $3.5 million, which is not ideal. But then
yeah.
again, that's you don't have to trade away any of our soon to be prospects or even some of our top prospects. I don't think Mariners are looking to trade from their top five guys, but I mean, he's
No.
2 years removed in 2023 from a 14 home run season where he batted 266. Um,
Yeah,
it looks like he plays a decent outfield, at least decent enough to be a starter for almost 3 years straight before this year. So, I mean,
yeah,
there's options out there to if we need that next guy. It doesn't have to be our minor league system. We don't have to rush these guys, and we don't have to bring up some players that we don't really know the names of. I mean, when they brought up that Thomas guy, I had to look up who he was. So,
Who, Ryland Thomas?
yeah, I had to look him up. I hadn't heard that name.
Really? You never heard of him?
Yeah,
Oh, I heard of him, but I just wasn't expecting them to call him up. He was like mid at best in the AAA, so I was like,
yeah.
uh,
I mean, that's what we're
okay,
getting though. I mean, if we lose
yeah,
another two guys, we're seeing some guys that are even have less experience than him in the minor leagues. So
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I like that point. I mean, that's good. Um, yeah, that could be a good option. So,
mhm. Yeah, it's going to be interesting moving forward. I mean, I did see this. This is some good news. Some reinforcements are coming back here soon. We saw Matt Brash come back, and he made an appearance against the Rangers. That was really good
yeah,
to see. He looked
that
good.
was
I mean,
good to see.
obviously, it's going to take a while to get back to full form, but he looked good in my opinion.
Yeah,
Um,
he didn't give up any
but
runs. So.
no, that's a win when you're dealing with the Mariners bullpen, and if you're not talking about Munoz.
Yeah,
So, but George
exactly.
Kirby had his first rehab assignment, and that went pretty well. He struck out the side in his first inning of action, playing with Tacoma
Yep.
right now. That was good to see. And then
Yeah.
Gilbert was on the field throwing with the guys this morning.
Oh,
So
really? Okay, I didn't see
um,
that. That's good.
that means he's under the 2 weeks after a shutdown. I think he got shut down. What was it beginning of last weekend, for last week Friday?
Yeah, yeah,
So I mean, it's good to see him even just throwing the ball. That shows that
right.
there's no major damage and they're not worried about it. So, you had mentioned earlier
Yep.
about Hancock and Evans maybe being not really being trade pieces anymore, but who knows? With those two guys coming back, I mean, they're either in AAA or you're getting rid of one of them and maybe getting a major league bat to fill in second base, DH, first base, right field.
Yeah, which yeah is not a bad idea, and hopefully Dylan Moore should be back soon as
Yeah,
well,
I think they said
because
he'll
his was
actually
only
be
a
back
ten
up
day.
against this Athletics, or the next one maybe with Toronto coming into town.
Yeah, which will be huge because we need
Yeah.
uh, even just getting him back is huge. So
If he can take away a
with
start or
especially
two
the
from Mastroboni and Rivas, I'm happy. So
yeah exactly the way Dylan Moore's been playing too
yeah, we
is
gotta
good.
have him in
So
there.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
So hopefully some
yes,
reinforcements are on the way and things we won't have to get too drastic. But I
mhm.
mean, you never know. That's the thing.
One thing that's been really refreshing to see, and I know at the start of the season it was frustrating, but our pitching's kind of coming around right now. The offense has been
Yeah.
picking it up, but I mean, we saw Luis Castillo back to back quality starts. Bryce Miller, he had a quality start last
Yep.
time out. Brian Wu is just he's looking like an ace, a future ace. I mean, now looking back when we suggested
Yeah.
that he might throw a no hitter this year, I mean it's looking more and more likely every single time he goes out there. So um,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
been
Yeah,
really
he's
good to
looking
see the
really good.
starters getting deep.
Yep, it is. That's what we need. I mean, our offense has surprised everyone, but how long is our offense going to be
Hmm.
this consistent and this good, you know?
Yeah,
So,
I mean it's not going to be forever. I mean this is we
no.
got to enjoy this. We got to get our wins while we can. If we can continue
Yeah,
winning the 2 out of 3 in a series, man, that's going to stack up and be really nice to have come like August and
exactly.
September games.
So, yeah, obviously, especially with the names on our lineup, a lot of them we did not nobody expected to
Yeah.
even have any sort of production on the offense. So if our offense, the way they're playing, obviously they're not going to stay this hot forever. But if this is a great sign, because even if they digress a little bit and we're still
Hmm.
scoring a decent amount of runs and having some production, getting that pitching staff back to where or close to where it was last year could be huge. I mean, then we're still able to
Oh,
win games, because like we're winning with our pitching kind of struggling where it was. Our offense picked up that slack. So now if the two can kind of even out, our pitching gets a little better, our offense, may fall back a little bit, we can still win games. So I think it's a great sign.
do you remember last year there was a stretch where it was like what was it 24 quality starts in a row by our starting pitchers? It was something ridiculous. Just every single game,
Right.
in and out, they were pitching quality starts. And for those who don't know, a quality start is anything more than 6 innings pitched and giving up 3 or less runs. So if you were to go
Right.
7, give up 3, that's a quality start. If you're going 6, 3, that'd be a quality start.
Yeah.
20 something of them in a row that's unheard of. If we were to do
Yeah.
that now with the way this current offense is going, I mean,
That's that's 26 wins in a row right there.
legitimately, it could have been. I mean, I know that like yesterday and today. I think yesterday we scored 2 runs. Today we scored one. Yeah, that's gonna happen. But even if you go back, to 2, 3 weeks ago, I mean, we were scoring, or within the last 2, 3 weeks, we were scoring 4+ runs a game. So,
Yeah. That's
but
that's a win then every day. That's a win right there every game
I agree. So it's
with,
gonna be really good to see,
with that pitching.
Kirby and Gilbert come back, Castillo and Wu, and hopefully Miller finding his way back too. And if we can get all those guys going again, this team's gonna be dangerous. I mean, we already knew how good the pitching was. Bullpen's better than it was last year, and I think, but this team's gonna be so special if we can get everything clicking at the same time.
I know. Seriously, it's exciting. So on that topic, I want to talk about the guy that everyone's been talking about, Polo, Jorge Polanco, best hitter in the world right now. What how what do you see this year looking like for him, like the rest of the season? Like do you think he's going to stay Aaron Judge for the rest of the year, or do you think he's going to what do you think is going to happen with him?
Just as we mentioned that there's going to be some regression in the offense, I think he's going to have some regression. Do I know what that looks like? No. I mean, he went hitless today. He still got an RBI somehow. I didn't see if it must have been like a sac flyer. Oh, no, it was a ground ball. That's right, ground ball. He got out at first. Runner from third scored. But
Oh, he still scored our only run today though, so
yeah, so, I mean, if he's in the lineup, he's making
and
something happen.
he scored the winning run yesterday. So
Yeah, that
the
almost no
Celeste
double. So
single, yeah. So I mean, even if he's not hitting 2 home runs a game, he's like still being productive. So
he's currently batting 380 with an OPS above 1200. 1.2 is, which is
crazy.
crazy. I mean, that's.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to stay that way forever. But can I see him ending the year batting 280, getting an OPS just around 900, 950? I think if we get that through a whole year, that's a win.
oh,
That's
100%.
going to
Yeah,
be really big
definitely.
for us.
Yeah,
Even if I mean, his best years on the Twins, I mean, he hit, 31 home runs. If he gets anywhere near that, it's going to be a win of a season. I mean, that contract's going to go down as one of the best contracts that Dipoto gave out. Um,
yeah, definitely.
so
I
to
mean,
answer your question, I think there's going to be some regression. He's not going to be Aaron Judge all year. He doesn't have the track record for it. If he stays healthy, if he keeps that knee going, if he gets a lot of days at DH and a lot of rest days, yeah, sure. You know what? He might only play 120 games, but if he's hitting 30 home runs and driving in 100 runs in that 120 games, I'm taking that every single day.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think, yeah, I don't think he's gonna be this hot forever, but I think this year is. I think he's gonna stay really productive this year, and I think he's gonna have one of his best seasons ever of his career. I mean, that's the way it's looking right now. So
I really hope
let's
so,
hope.
man. He deserves it. The fans deserve
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So what would you do? I mean, if it's me, if he's hitting this, if he stays hitting like he is, I'm keeping him at DH. I mean, I'm not changing anything, right? Like, if you're gonna be Aaron Judge only DHing, why mess with that, you know? But it's like, are
Yeah,
you gonna put him in the field if he's feeling better and risk another injury, or what are you doing?
that's a good question. I think I know what I would do if I was the manager. We don't have a DH anyway, so what's the harm in putting him at DH every day?
Exactly.
Second base is
Yeah.
already a looming hole. First base is a looming hole. Right field's a hole until hopefully the All Star break, and then not after when Robles comes back. But if
Yeah.
Polo can keep hitting the way he is with the time off he's getting, yeah, keep him DH. He can DH every. He can DH 2 out of 3 games. Give him one day off a series, and he's probably still going to make a difference in those 2 games he hits. So
Yeah.
I think you got to play it smart. You got to take care of him. He is an aging player. He's going to turn 32 this year. So
Yeah.
if we can keep him healthy, yeah, by all means, keep him DH.
Yeah.
He's
I
definitely
agree.
not playing
I
third
agree.
base ever again this year. I mean, unless Ben Williamson needs a day off. But I mean, Ben Williamson's won that job. I mean, he had a crazy catch on Friday where he looked like
Yeah, that's how
Superman.
that was nice. Yeah.
So
So, yeah, I think third base is kind of done for him unless like
mhm.
you said emergency or something like that, or like a pinch or like substitution or late
Yeah,
game like pinch hit or something like that and he has to go in. But say second, I wouldn't mind if he continues to hit this good, I'm keeping him DH all day. If he starts
yeah.
to kind of slow down and stuff and we need someone like in the field, I would put him at second base.
Mhm.
But that's really the
Well, then
only.
again, I don't think his defense is any better than Mastroboni or Rivas. So at that point, just keep him DH. Garver's not going to get his DH days as much. And I mean, if
Yeah. I
anything,
mean that's
why
true,
can't we look
yeah.
at Polo at first base too? I mean, if Solano and Tellez keep hitting around the 200 mark, I mean, they're not going to be there for the whole year. I mean, if they are,
Yeah.
then there's a problem right there in its own. So
Yeah. That's very true. That's very true. I don't know if Polo's
Polanco has
ever.
to be in the lineup though.
Yeah, I agree. He has to be in the lineup. If
Mhm.
I don't see any, I don't know if he's ever like played first base or like can play first base. I don't know. I'm sure. I mean, if he can play third, you can play first. So I don't know, but
I'll have to do some research now because I'm curious. I think I remember seeing him at one point last year with his injuries. They had him playing first base at least in practice. So,
yeah,
um,
I don't know about ever in a game, but I just
yeah,
don't know about like practice or behind the scenes or whatever. I don't know if he's ever. So I wouldn't be opposed to that. I mean, shit, but yeah, as of
yeah.
right now, keep him as DH. I mean, that's the best way to get his bat in there.
One last thing I want to mention about Polanco. So we signed him to a 1 year deal. There is a second year option. It's a
Right.
little it's interesting option. Depoto has a fun way of making contracts a little bit more complicated than they need to be to benefit, obviously, um, more so the team in the long run, while also
Yeah.
showing some confidence in the players. So next year he
hmm
has a vesting option. So if he gets more than 550 plate appearances, his team option becomes a player option. So if he keeps
Okay.
ripping the ball the way he is and he gets to 550 at bats, he can say, "No, I'm not signing with you guys again for the 7.5 million, whatever it is, and test the free agency market." He could go out there and
Yeah.
get if he does this the whole year, then that's the
Oh,
stats I mentioned earlier. He's going out and he's going to get a. This is crazy to say, but I'm just going to say it. He's going to get like a Pete Alonso deal where Pete Alonso got like what 2 years for 40, 50, 60 million dollars. I mean,
yeah.
Jorge Polanco could go out there and get a 2 year deal for 40 mil with a third year
Oh,
option for
easy,
25. And I mean,
easy.
he's going to take that. Mariners aren't paying him that much.
No, they.
Um,
I mean, okay. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if he hits like this the rest of the year, or even close to this the rest of the year, I would pay him 100%. I mean, he's
but with his track
everyone
record,
likes him,
even
huh?
even with his track record, where last year he had a really down year, really struggled last year, most likely due to injury. He's had 1 year of
Yeah.
more than 30 home runs a year. I'm sorry, if I'm paying a guy 20 to 25 million dollars, I'm expecting 90 plus RBIs a year, batting 260 plus. I mean, that's
Uh,
just
If he does that this year, and he's had good seasons, All Star year in the past. I mean, yeah, last year was like the worst year possible,
yeah.
but I mean,
Just
everyone
as
likes
last year was
him.
an outlier, though, I think this year, if he continues to do this, it could be an outlier as well.
I don't know. Everyone likes him. The clubhouse
Time will
likes him.
tell.
He's friends with Julio and everyone, and if
Yeah.
he hits that good, I like him. But
You know what I will
yeah,
say then here. Let's stick with this. Let's say he is Polo Bonds. You know, he's just ripping the ball. He has like 45 home runs. Yeah, you know what?
your
Throw him a
Polo
one
Bonds.
year throw Polo Bonds. It's trademark that tonight. Um, he's gonna if he had 40 if he had 45 home runs this year. Let's just say go
That's
crazy.
that's crazy,
Give him
right?
a 1 year deal next year for like 25 mil with
Yeah,
a
I
second year option for the same, maybe. So it could be a two
yeah.
year, $50 million deal. But if he's hitting 45 home runs, okay, sure, why not?
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. A 1 year deal for say 20 to 25 mil, yes, that is way better because if he flops,
Hmm.
then oh well, it's 1 year. If he does
Yeah,
good, then you show it wasn't a fluke. And think about it, that's only five at the low end, that's only 5 million more than you're paying Mitch Garver.
yeah, because I think Mitch Garver's making what 14 this year or something like that. So I see where you're
Yeah.
coming from. I mean,
So
even
that's
Haniger
like
was going to make 17 million this year. So
so that would only be like at the low, say 20 mil, that's only 3 more
yeah,
million than you would get Mitch Haniger for. So I mean, that's an amazing uh, deal right there. If it's for 1 year, I like that. Yeah, but
so going back to the vesting option though, if
yeah,
the Mariners keep sitting him every third day, if they keep limiting his at bats, he might not even hit that option, which then gives us a team option next year for 7.5.
yeah,
550 plate appearances is that's a good amount. I don't even know if he had that many plate appearances last year. Um,
yeah. I don't know.
let's
We
take a
can
look.
we can find out though. Yeah,
But I mean, as the Mariners, you can't time manipulate like that. I mean, it really pisses me off, frankly, when teams do that to their prospects, where they're about to get that
yeah,
vesting, so that counts as their first year, but then they just send them down, even if they're having a lot of success. That's just I think
yeah.
it's horrible. But so
Right.
speaking on this with Polo, I mean,
Yeah.
last year he played 118 games, had 417 plate appearances, right?
Hmm.
So, I mean, 550 is a
Yeah.
lot. He's only had 550 in two prior seasons, back in 2021 and 2019, and those were both of
Yeah.
his arguably best years, where he had 20
Yeah.
plus home runs each year, batted 270 plus both years,
Yep.
right? So, I mean, it's a
Yeah.
very slim chance that he even hits that threshold to kick that player or the team option to a player option. So, that's going to be
Yeah.
something to watch, though. I read an article about, not an article, but I saw someone talking about that recently, and it made me think, man, are the Mariners going to find a way to keep him under that threshold? And hopefully they don't do it in the last two games. But if they're managing it early in the season like this, where he's hitting while getting his rest time and staying healthy, you can't beat that.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, at this rate, he's not going to hit 550 plate appearances because he's
Mm-hmm.
only hitting every, you know, every other game or every, uh, you know, 2 games day off, 2 games day off. So yeah.
So right now we're 20% of the way through this season, right? So
Hmm.
if you take his plate appearances now, which he has, or sorry, at bats 79, multiplied by five, he's only going to hit 400 this year if they keep doing what they're doing now. So um,
Yeah.
it's not likely, probably, but it's still something to think about for sure. I just looked again, so it's actually 450 plate appearances. It becomes a player option for 6 million. If he hits 550 plate appearances, it turns into a player option for 8 million. So even if he gets the 450 plate appearances, likely, especially if he keeps hitting the way he's hitting, he's taking that opt out. So
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And yeah, and especially he's like you said, 32.
mhm.
If he's gonna be able to get a contract on another team, obviously with more money for even a few years,
Mhm.
that's a little more stability for a player who's not as young.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot recently in MLB. Players who
Yeah,
are in their early 30s or something like that are signing these contracts that are more betting on the long term security rather than the
yeah,
short term. I mean, Pete Alonso at first was offered a large contract. He didn't take it, but then he was given options for like 1 year deals, and he didn't take those, and he went back and grabbed the 3 year deal with the Mets. So I know Alex
right,
Bregman did that. We saw Pete Alonso do it as well. So these players in
yeah,
their early 30s, that especially when they're seeing success, they're looking to get these contracts that get them into like the end of the career. They're looking to get that
right,
contract that gets them to retirement. So,
yeah. Get
so
some more
props to Polo
stability.
for just ripping the ball. Let's hope he continues.
Yeah,
If we have to pay him, I'm
love
fine
seeing
paying
it.
him, but that's just something to
Yeah,
keep an eye on those plate appearances. So,
yep. Good. Yeah, good to know.
well, let us know what you guys think. We are, like I said, 20% of the way through. Mariners are doing really good. We have the Athletics, then the Blue Jays, and the Yankees coming up. So some difficult series, a lot of good teams. I believe all of those three teams are above 500. So we're gonna be playing
Yeah.
some good ball.
These
It's been so much fun to watch.
Yeah, it's not that we've beat easy teams so far because we
No,
definitely have beat good teams, but this next three series are going to be really tough and really going to tell us how our team and these players that are surprising us all,
Mhm.
if they can come through in against teams like this. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be really good to see.
yep.
Thanks again for watching the Talking Tridents Mariners podcast. Leave a comment or something down below of your trade ideas of what the Mariners could do to fill some holes. Got first base, second base, DH, and right field all open for some interesting trades. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you next week.